be thankful for those who have been watching in Pride and Proud Asia with the Philippine LGBT Chamber of Commerce. We're going to come up with more seasons. Kaya lang as of the moment kasi talagang everybody's like busy. Again, I would like to invite, lalo na if you have businesses and we are promoting inclusivity, please do join the Philippine LGBT Chamber of Commerce kasi marami tayong mga gagawin dyan for the promotions of pride at the workplace in SOGI, anti-discrimination ordinances. We're trying to push and reach out to the LGUs. So again, so for more information, please follow our social media accounts. And then, pero ngayon muna kasi I just really wanted to be, I wanted to really celebrate because unang-una, we have our first season of the Philippine Drag Race. So congratulations to WOW Productions. And then to the winner. Kasi siya ang kaunahan, the precious Paula Nicole. This, to be honest, this is my only first time to watch a drag race. But we are very much also grateful to the likes of RuPaul, who has been paving the way for all of the drag queens all over the world. And it has been like franchise in so many countries. And it has been very exciting. And I think it's also the most anticipated to have a similar franchise, or actually the same franchise here in the Philippines. And I heard that there will be a lot of more shows that is going to encourage the drag queens in our country because, I mean, just like Manila Luzon and Patric Star and so much more that will really have been like raising the flag of our country and also promoting the inclusivity, particularly not just limited to the LGBTQIA plus community, but it is also about creativity because being a drag queen is an art, but at the same time it could also be political because there was particular season or in an episode in this first season wherein Marina Summers was able to like mimic the former president GMA, and it was really hilarious. And I believe that's also put her in an edge that she's really like brilliant, and a lot of people have been talking about. I mean, that's really something. I mean, it's the production of the first season may not totally be perfect, but I mean, we have no excuses. But at the same time, it also is a good opportunity, particularly for the mainstream media, to probably pay attention and support this kind of production or entertainment. I also would like to appeal to all of our commercials and supporters as well to support this kind of content or entertainment, not just online, but also to the mainstream. Silhouette, again, Marina Summers, Evelyn Queen, and I most often than not I have encountered their friends connected one way or the other. We were able to guest in our event or probably online with our Pride and Proud Asia. And this is really something that I was able to discover because being part of that advocacy, it is really something that really wanted to empower everybody, and we have to respect the craft. And this drag race has been instrumental enough to showcase who they are, not just as a person, but it's also about creating a statement that it's already 2022. So what's holding us back, particularly for pushing for the SOGI bill or anti-discrimination ordinances? And that's why everybody's like hopeful when people are talking, politicians even, who were once skeptic about the particular bill and now pushing it, right? So I guess it's like a blessing in disguise. Probably miracle works in mysterious ways, and that is why we really wanted to make sure that this type of entertainment will go in a mainstream level, so that everybody would now have not just a glimpse, but would be able to realize how much sacrifice, how much effort and creativity is being pushed for this type of events and activities. And that is why I really wanted to again be grateful and at the same time congratulate all of those contestants who are part of the first season, particularly the Paulo Ballesteros, the judges like Kalad Karen, um, John Santos, and what I was really expecting, I was really hoping, I hope the Philippine franchise would allow John Santos to be back in his uh, great element. Because when I was a child, I was really like watching him with all of his spoofs, right? Especially when he was doing the Emil Diffic, the version of our first lady, and then yeah, so much more because he's like a chameleon, and even over the years, he's like the drag queen that I could easily relate. And then of course we have other guest judges for that particular season, and that's really something else, right? We are putting like the likes of Rahul Laurel, who has become very sensational for this particular first season, simply because he was harsh to a certain extent. But I believe it was, I mean, I'm not trying to defend him, but probably that was part of a delivery of a particular episode. And if it's, I mean, it has no intentions, or he has no intentions rather as well to humiliate any person, but he was able to justify that he was just probably expecting so much more, and he knows that that person, particularly referring to Evelyn Queen, that Eva was really, really good. I mean, he was able to watch all of his previous performances on stage, and then we anticipate every time that she is on stage or particularly on camera for this particular season that she's really going to do, bring a lot of challenges to all and the rest. And then Silhouette is really something that is being, she's showing that even amidst the age, and particularly about what she went through, she has a very dramatic story. But aside from that, I believe it would also tell a narrative wherein somebody and anybody could totally just say that, you know what, during their times, it's not that easy. And if there's anybody that we should also look up to, or probably realize how they have contributed to this particular type of entertainment or craft, it was the seniors, or probably like, yeah, like her, who has been doing it for so many years. And then that time, and when she was doing it that time, it was really tough. And nowadays it's like, okay, it's no brainer, you could actually just like walk on the streets right now. I also wanted to probably highlight the efforts of GMA7 Kapuso, because I'm still watching Maria Clara, and that stars, of course, Dennis Trillo. I'm not really that familiar to all of the stars, but I'm just really happy on how they are capable of coming up with such production and story, because it was really relevant. The first episode was about the leading female star, and it's all, but one thing that I could remember, she is in the love team of Jack Roberto, tama? So please do the comments below if I miss. I mean, it's not really my intention, but I really wanted to congratulate the production and the writers, particularly the director, because the cinematography, the setting, it was really interesting. And the first episode was very compelling because it's about a girl who has been going through some personal stuff. And this type of story is definitely something a lot of people could totally relate, because as of the moment, nurses are having the difficulty to migrate, and they have limitations because there's a certain law that does not allow particularly our health sectors or professionals to simply just migrate, because there's, I mean, we have to also provide enough reinforcement and labor to our hospitals in the Philippines. Particularly, we are still in the midst of the pandemic. So, but Dennis Trillo has always those splendid. The last time that I was able to watch his series was in My Husband's Lover with Tom Rodriguez, and it was, I mean, he was really, really good at that particular show. I just really hope that he's going to give, or I mean, get more types of this particular roles, not just for this TV series, but also for the movies. I really wanted to see him more. And I know that he is also happy with his new set of family with Jenilyn, and they have a baby. So I guess everything is really doing well for him. Now, Rhys Miguel, and also with Patric, Quiroz, I'm always a fan. Always a fan of Patric Quiroz because of the Hello Stranger. I love his musicality, his talent, but because of the revelation of Rhys Miguel, it's somehow tarnished because we don't really wanted somebody that is been visible in the media, getting a lot of attention, but he has a lot of skeletons in the closet. And the harsh reality of that is that he is actually pushing for he's like a sexual predator, not just or regardless of gender, because he was alleged to be involved in a rape case that I don't know what happened, but according to Rice Miguel, there was already a complaint, and now there are statements, or there's a statement already with ABS-CBN. They said that they already have acted about the particular complaint a year ago, but Rice Miguel said he's not totally satisfied of what was the result because now he was able to narrate that during his Instagram live. Probably the situation was not something that he was welcome, or probably he didn't expect, but at the same time he felt that the results probably of whatever findings or evaluations with the management, it didn't satisfy him, and I believe that the management has to do something about it to clarify the issue. And what was the penalty for that? Probably Rice didn't feel that he was given such importance, or he didn't get the justice that he deserves, particularly about this habitual. It's already a crime. And lastly, I wanted to encourage really everybody to please support. I mean, everybody's like talking about the inflation, the price hikes. These are really harsh realities of life, but at the same time, although that we can do something about it, I hope that people will be more active and excited to bring back the business. A couple of weeks ago, the Philippine Travel Mart of Filtoa, again, congratulations to the PTM Filtoa Group and to the HSMA for doing a spectacular job of boosting for revenge tourism, selling the vouchers and other packages that are reasonably priced and really interesting, because you now could go to Balkans, such as what the global traveling tours are doing. And then you could also like go to Boracay for as low as 7,000, 3 days, 2 nights. Okay. And then it already includes the air flights and the accommodation. I guess this is the best time to really go out, pushing for the economy to do better. So, for example, in my case, in the Cultura Hub, I have the water refill station. I still observe that there are still restaurants are somehow holding back in terms of the operations. I am also inviting you guys to the salon and spa because a lot of people are dealing with anxiety, and this is October is awareness. Aside from the breast cancer or cancer month, there's a lot of things that we have to be aware about physicality and our medical conditions. But one thing is for sure is that if you can handle it, become more relaxed, you have no more stress, because all of the challenges we know how to find it and to solve it. So just really reach out to your families and relatives and friends. You also have to pray, but at the same time, it's up to us on how we're going to live each day, on how are we going to spend our activities in a day, how are we going to still achieve our dreams and aspirations that a couple of months from now we are still going to do better. I mean, we are going to be challenged, but as one country, as a community, we could always just keep up, support each other. And this is the reason why everybody's like doing online now, because of content, of entertainment. And in my case, I just really want to encourage everybody to go online, do the researches. And by the way, the Pulse Asia survey recently just exposed or probably shared that there are a lot of misinformation or fake news happening, not just online, but people also deem they don't trust even the traditional media. So it's not just a matter of platform or venue. It could be the personality, it could be a process. And I believe the process should involve people should doing more research. They should not just jump immediately to conclusions. They have to do further investigation before creating comments, particularly if it's too personal, because that's going to be very difficult for you to retract, particularly if the damage has already been done. I mean, we just are talking about some scandals earlier, but the thing is, that's why everybody's like given a chance to explain themselves. Of course, everybody's like to be marites. They wanted to be the first in pronouncing or announcing any information or issues. But the thing is, that is necessary for us to somehow spread the news. They felt that there was an urgency, but the substance on how they will be able to verify those information. I hope that people will be giving some chance and time on how they would do so. And that's it. If there's anything that you wanted to suggest, you have any comments or suggestions, please write them on the comments below or send us a message in our Facebook page or in YouTube and an email. So again, guys, it's always important for you to like reach out, persevere, and definitely think smarter.